weighed down by sin, by faults, to renew our relationship with God. In this sacrament, each person can experience mercy in many unique ways, realizing that there is no sin that God cannot forgive. The only sin that He cannot forgive, anybody? Other than the sin against the Holy Spirit, blaspheming against the Holy Spirit, the only thing that God cannot forgive, the only sin that God cannot forgive are those sins that you do not confess. The only sin that He cannot forgive are those sins you're not willing to confess. And we have that wonderful opportunity this afternoon. Or maybe not today, but perhaps as we prepare for Easter, to make it part of our preparation to approach the sacrament of reconciliation. And like the Father welcoming, going after either the older son or the younger son, embracing them, meeting them where they are. The parable of the prodigal son, in the parable of the prodigal son, the term justice is not used even once. Just as in the original text of term mercy is not used either. But the relationship between love and justice, that is what we call mercy. Love and justice is mercy. It has become so evident in the dynamics of the relationship of these three characters we met, or we are introduced in our gospel passage today. Mercy in itself, as a perfection of the infinite God, is also infinite. And because it is infinite, you need not hesitate to always approach the confessional. You don't have to wait for Easter to prepare yourself to approach the sacrament of confessions. God is always ready to embrace you, is always there to welcome you. But the bigger challenge is what happens after your encounter. We did not know anymore what happened with the younger son, or what happened to the older son. But what we know was there was an encounter between the Father and the sons. I would never know what you're gonna do after confessions once I give you the absolution, but that's not my business. Because from then on, you have in your heart the desire, because the act of contrition that you just recited, to avoid near occasions of sin. What you do afterwards is entirely up to you. Our only desire, us, blessed, anointed by the bishop to absolve you from sins, our only hope, our only prayer is that you will be firm in your resolve not to commit these same mistakes again. But the story continues. Your story continues much the same way that our parable continues in our lives, in your lives today. The forgiveness of sin is always joined to an invitation to follow Jesus. Having received that mercy and forgiveness always in the sacrament of reconciliation, we must be ready to do the same. Not in the context of confessions, of course, but you should be ready to extend the same forgiveness and mercy you have received whenever you go to the sacrament. You cannot say that you have received and fulfilled your penance without extending the same love, respect, and forgiveness to those perhaps who has wronged you. Forgiveness then is twofold. you receive the forgiveness of God, but there should always be, along with it, the willingness to extend the same to other people. The church sees in these words a call to action, and she tries to always practice mercy towards people and through people. Because the truth is, mercy is a gratuitous gift, something that we don't have any right. And as such, we have no right to deny anyone who is contrite and remorseful of this most sacred gift. Because ultimately, my dear friends, the church must be a place of mercy freely given, where anyone can feel welcomed, loved, forgiven, and encouraged to live the good life of the gospel, to be like the father of these prodigal sons, the one who went away to a far country and the one who opted to stay at home, to be like the father of these prodigal sons, to have that desire in our heart to be embraced by God in the sacrament of reconciliation, and to extend the same to those who need it most. And so, as we prepare ourselves for, not lunch, as we prepare ourselves for the sacrament after lunch, I invite you, as your point of reflection and examination of conscience, these two sets of images we presented today. The images of the bucket and the images, the characters of this parable of the prodigal son. Where are you in your faith? Who are you? Especially in terms of how you extend the same forgiveness you receive from God each time you go to confessions. A wonderful opportunity to go to confessions this afternoon. A wonderful way of allowing ourselves to dive deep into Lent. Thank you very much. If you have questions,